Good day, friends. Let us continue with the next part. In the previous video, we have seen problem set 6, page number 107. Problem set 6 till question number 7 we completed. So there are total 8 sums. Out of 1 to 8, we completed till sum number 7. Sum number 6 and 7 was star sum. Star sum means little bit important as compared to exam point of view, or the hardness of that sum is quite deep. Next is question number 8. In question number 8, there are again 3 sub questions: first, second, third. Now it is based on the tax. We learn 3 tables for the tax based on age. If the age is still 60 years, 2.5 lakhs, till 2.5 lakhs, no tax. And then different slots, 5, 10, 20, 30. Then if the age is in between 60 to 80 years, that is senior citizen, then till 3 lakhs rupees, there is no tax. Then after that, super senior citizen, above 80 years age, till 5 lakh rupees, no tax. Based on that, 3 tables were there. Now with the help of that, we are going to continue with these sums. Question number 8, sub question number 8. Question number 8, sub question number 1. Mr. Kadam, who is 35 years old, has a taxable income of rupees 13,35,000. Compute the income tax payable by following individuals. Mr. Kadam, taxable income. See, what is given taxable income here is 13,35,000 rupees for Mr. Kadam. You can see this 13,35,000 and his age is important. Age of Mr. Kadam is given here 35 years. Now 35 years means in which slot it will come? Below 60 years age. Below 60 years age means first table. Till 2.5 lakh, no tax. But it shows here 13,35,000. If we'll subtract 2.5 from 13,35,000, suppose if 35,000 will keep it separate, 13 lakh. 13 lakh minus 2.5, 11.5 will remain there. 11.5, sorry, 10.5 will remain there. 11, 12, 13, yeah, 10.5 plus this additional 35,000. So it goes 10 lakh 85,000 rupees. But here the income is more than 10 lakh. Taxable income is more than 10 lakh rupees after deduction of 2.5. 2.5 lakh is no tax till 2.5 lakh rupees. If we subtract 2.5 lakh from 13 lakh 35,000, till the remaining amount is more than 10 lakh. So as this amount is more than 10 lakh, with the help of first table, if the amount is more than 10 lakh, 30% will be the income tax rate with 30% plus for first 10 lakh rupees. For first 10 lakh rupees, 1,12,500 rupees. 1,12,500 rupees will be the basic till 10 lakh rupees, and on the remaining 30% it will be charged. For more study, you can come back to page number where we learn about the tables at the beginning. Come to page number, yeah, it is on page number 102 in my textbook. Table 1, individuals up to age 60 years, taxable income slab up to 2.5 lakh, nil, no tax. 2.5 lakh till 2 lakh 50,000, from 2 lakh 50,000 1 rupees till 5 lakh rupees, 5%. Above 5 lakh, 1 rupees till 10 lakh, 12,500 plus 20%. 12,500 is that 2.5 to 5 lakh. For that amount, 2.5 to 5 lakh, for that it is 12,500 already calculated. And on the remaining from 5 lakh, above 5 lakh 1 till 10 lakh, whatever amount, on that it will be 20% plus previous 2.5 to 5, it will be 12,500. More than 10 lakh, if the amount is more than 10 lakh rupees and the person's age is below 60 years age, 1,12,500. 1,12,500 is actually calculated, because till 10 lakh rupees he need to pay that. Okay, so that slab is already given to us, so we can consider it direct. As his income is more than 10 lakh rupees, taxable income comes more than 10 lakh rupees, 1,12,500 will be the basic charges, and whichever amount above 10 lakh, on that it is 30%. So as the table number 1 on page number 102 shows, more than 10 lakh rupees, 1,12,500 plus 30%, whatever amount will come, that is the that is the tax he is going to pay. On that, 2% education fees and 1% higher education fees. So let us continue with Mr. Mohan. Here 13 lakh 35,000 amount he is having. So exact taxable amount, or which is about 10 lakh rupees amount above 10 lakh is equal to this 13 lakh 35,000 minus 10 lakh rupees. The difference is here 3 lakh 35,000 rupees. So on this 3 lakh 35,000 rupees he need to pay with 30%, and till 10 lakh rupees, that the basic cost, up till or up to 10 lakh amount will be rupees 1,12,500. Up to 10 lakh rupees with the help of table number 1, or as per the given information we can consider this as given information to us. Okay, till 10 lakh rupees 1,12,500 is the basic tax he has to pay. Then above 10 lakh rupees, what is the amount here? This is 10L. On 3,35,000 he has to pay with 30%. Amount above 10 lakh is 3,35,000 rupees will be with 30% tax. Okay, so what is 30% of 3,35,000? 30% of 3,35,000 we need to calculate. Tax amount on this, tax amount on 3,35,000 is equal to 30% means out of 100, 30. Then on 3,35,000 how much? On 3,35,000 with 30%, how much amount will be chargeable? These two zeros will get cancelled. I will continue here. So 30 into what remains in hand? 30 into 3,350. 30 into 3,350, 3,350. Product will be these two zeros as it is. 3 5s are 15, carry 1, 3 3s are 9 plus 1, 10. Again carry 1, 3 3s are 9 plus 1, 10. So this many rupees. Once again 2 zeros as it is. 3 5s are 15, carry 1, 3 3s are 9 plus 1, 10. 1 0, carry 1, 3 3s are 9 plus 1, 10. So it comes 1,500,000 rupees. 1,500,000 rupees he will be paying on this 3,35,000 rupees with 30% tax, as that amount is more than 10 lakh. So for first 10 lakh he is paying 1,12,500 as per the given information to us in the syllabus. About 10 lakh rupees, that is the amount 3,35,000 he will be paying with 30%. 30% of 3,35,000, it comes 1,500,000 rupees. This will be second tax which he is going to pay. First tax amount he is going to pay for first 10 lakh rupees. Then second tax amount which he is going to pay, which is about 10 lakh rupees. That is in equation number 2. Now addition of these two amounts will be giving us till now the taxable amount. Till now the taxable amount, total tax amount till now. Total tax amount till this equation number 2 is 1,12,500 plus 1,500,000. It gives 0 0 5 plus 5 10 3 1, and this 2,13,000 rupees, and this is with the help of equation number 1 and 2. Means till now the tax which he have to pay is 2,13,000 rupees. Now on this 2,13,000 rupees he need to pay education fees and higher education fees with 2% and 1%. That will be also added. So education fees is 2% of 2,13,000. 2% of the tax amount. Tax amount is how much now? 2,13,000. 2% of that will be the education fees. How to calculate it? 2% means out of 100 2, then out of 2,13,000 how much? 2 zeros will be cancelled. 2 zeros are 0. See, total 3 zeros are here, 2 zeros are cancelled. So 2 into 2130, 2 zeros are 0, 2 3s are 6, 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4, 4,260 rupees. Okay, we'll name it as equation number 3. This is education fees. Now higher education fees. Higher education fees is 1% of the tax amount. 1% of tax amount is 2,13,000. So 1% of 2,13,000. 1% means out of 101. Then out of 2,13,000, how much? 2 zeros will get cancelled. 2130 rupees. That is equation number 4. Now, see, for first 10 lakh rupees, he is paying 1,12,500 rupees as per the formula, as per the information provided to us in the syllabus. Above 10 lakh rupees, 30%. Above 10 lakh rupees, the taxable amount is 3,35,000. So on this 3,35,000 only he will be paying with 30%. 30% of 3,35,000, it comes 1,05,000 rupees. Now total tax amount is, the basic is 1,12,500 plus this 1,05,000, total is 2,13,000. On this 2,13,000 total taxable amount, you will be paying the education fees with 2% and higher education fees with 1%. So total of this is 2,13,000. 2% of 2,13,000 comes 4,216, and 1% of 2,13,000 comes half of this. Okay, so either you can directly consider half of this amount, because this is 2%, half of that can be 1%, or direct we can calculate 1% of the total amount. So it comes 2130. So you can cross check this calculation also. This will be double of this amount, or this amount will be half of this amount. Total tax payable by Mr. Kadam. Total tax payable by Mr. Kadam is addition of C. This is the basic tax plus 30%, that already done here, 2,13,000. So 1 plus education fees plus higher education fees. So adding 1, 2, 3, from 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2 total is here, then 3 and 4. From 1, 2, 3, 4 all, the total tax payable is equal to, I will just do the calculation here and then we will write the final answer here. From 1 and 2, it is 2,13,000 rupees plus education fees is 4,260 plus higher education fees is 2,130. Total it comes 0 as it is. 6 plus 3 9, 2 plus 1 3, then 4 plus 3 7 plus 2 9, and this 1 and 2 as it is. So it comes 2,19,390 rupees. The total tax payable by Mr. Kadam is rupees 2,19,390. Tax payable by Mr. Kadam, whose age is below 60 years age. That is the first slab with the help of first table. Solution for question number 8, sub question number 1 of problem set number 6. I hope you understood it. Let us continue with the second sum of question number 8. All the three sums are based on these three tables. Age is below 60, age is in between 60 to 80, that is senior citizen, and if the age is above 80, that is super senior citizen. So 2.5, 3 and 5, this is the basic price, which is free of tax, no tax on that amount. Till 60 years age, 2.5 lakh. 60 to 80 years, super senior citizen, then till 3 lakh rupees, no tax. Super senior citizen above 80 years age till 5 lakh, no tax. Above 5 lakh there will be tax. Question number 8 on page number 107, sub question number 2. In that, Mr. Khan is 65 years of age and his taxable income is 4,50,000. Now Mr. Khan 65 years. First, Mr. Kadam was of 35 years. He is belong to first slot, that is up to 60 years age. Next person is Mr. Khan, he is 65 years, means he is senior citizen. Age is in between 60 to 80. If age is between 60 to 80, for the senior citizen person till 3 lakh rupees, no any tax. Above 3 lakh rupees, there will be tax with 5%, then 10%, 20% and 30%. Let us continue. Mr. Khan, first of all, Mr. Khan's age is equal to 65 years. So as it is 65 years, it comes under 60 to 80 age. 60 to 80 age till 3 lakh rupees, no tax. For this age, up till 3 lakh rupees, no tax. Above 3 lakh, above 3 lakh, from 3 lakh 1 rupees till 5 lakh rupees, it is 5%. 5 to 10 lakh, 10%. Then next 20%, and then next 30%. So here Mr. Khan 65 age, his taxable income is 4,50,000. 4,50,000. So taxable amount is equal to 4,50,000 minus 3 lakh. First 3 lakh is tax free. So how much it remains here? 1,50,000 rupees. So Mr. Khan will be paying the tax only on 1,50,000 rupees, because this total is 4,50,000 rupees. As he is senior citizen, his age is 65 years. For senior citizens, still 3 lakh rupees, no tax. So 4,50,000 is the total amount minus 3 lakh, which is free of tax. Remaining amount is 1,50,000 rupees. For Mr. Khan, he will be paying the tax only on 1,50,000 rupees. Now, for the 1,50,000 rupees, let us come to the table number 2 for more explanation. Page number 102, table number 2, senior citizens age is 60 to 80 years. Up to 3 lakh, no tax. 3 lakh to 5 lakh, 5%. 3 lakh to 5 lakh, 5%. 5 lakh to 10 lakh, 20%. Sorry, I said before this the 10%. So it is 5, 20, 30. 10% is not there in the tax schedule. 3 lakh to 5 lakh, 5%. 5 lakh to 10 lakh, 20%. And above 10 lakh rupees, 30%. So last Mr. Kadam, his income was above 10 lakh. So he paid with 30%. Now, here for Mr. Khan, 3 lakh 1 rupees till 5 lakh. His taxable amount is 1,50,000. 1,50,000, it comes under which criteria? Up to 3 lakh nil. From 3 lakh 1,000, from 3 lakh 1 rupees till 5 lakh. So after 3 lakh till next 5 lakh. So this 4.5, 4,50,000, it comes in the 3 lakh to 5 lakh. 3 lakh 1 rupees to 5 lakh, this amount range. So he will be paying with 5%, because it amount comes 4,50,000 comes in between the money slot 3 lakh 1 rupees till 5 lakh rupees. For that, as per the table 102, second column, it shows 5 lakh. Second row and second column, it shows 5%. Sorry, 5% tax. With the 5% rate, he will be paying the tax. So for that, 5% of 1,50,000. 5% of 1,50,000, how to calculate it? 5 out of 100. Then out of 1,50,000, how much? 2 zeros get cancelled. 5 into 1500, it will be 15 5s are 75, and these 2 additional zeros. We'll name it as equation number 1. So for first 3 lakh, no tax. The remaining amount is 1,50,000 rupees, which comes under 3 lakh 1 rupees till 5 lakh range. 5% is the tax applicable. 5% of that taxable amount, 1,50,000, 7,500 rupees come. On this 7,500 rupees, education sees with 2% and higher education sees with 1%. So total how much you will be paying? Education seats. Education tax with 2%. 2% of 7,500. See, taxable amount is 1,50,000. On that, tax amount is 7,500 rupees. So on the tax amount, only this education and higher education fees is applicable, not on these amounts. Education fees and higher education fees is not applicable on 1,50,000. This is taxable amount. After calculating on the taxable amount, the exact tax will be 7,500. So education fees and higher education fees is applicable on exact tax. So here exact tax is 7,500. Out of 7,500, 2%. So 2% of tax amount, of tax, not tax amount, 7,500. 2% means out of 100, 2. Then out of 7,500, how much? 2 zeros get cancelled. 75 to the 150 rupees. So education fees is 2%. That will be our equation number 2. Tax payable 7,500. Education fees payable 150. Higher education fees is 1%. 1% of the tax. Tax is 7500. 1% of that. 1% means out of 101. Then out of 7500, how much? 2 zeros get cancelled. 75 ones are 75. Equation number 3. First is tax, exact tax 7,500. 2% is the education fees. 1% is the higher education fees. Total tax payable by Mr. Khan. Total tax by Mr. Khan is equal to, from equation number 1, 2 and 3, 7,500 plus 150 plus 75. It will be 57725 rupees. This is from equation number 1, 2 and 3. So final answer we can write, the tax payable by Mr. Khan will be equal to 7,725 rupees, as his age comes under senior citizen criteria. He will be having for first 3 lakh no tax. Remaining amount is 1,50,000 rupees. On 1,50,000 rupees, it will be with 5%, because that 1,50,000 rupees comes under till 5 lakh range. If it is more than 5 lakh, then the percentage will increase from 5 lakh till 10 lakh. If it is more than 5 lakh but less than 10 lakh, 20%. And if it is more than 10 lakh rupees, then 30%. So 5, 20 and 30. Below 5 lakh rupees till 5%. Below 10 lakh rupees till 20%, and above 10 lakh rupees till 30%. It comes under below 5 lakh rupees. So on this it will be with 5%. With 5% the amount comes 7,500 is the tax amount. On this 7,500 rupees, education fees is 2% and higher education fees is 1%. So total amount is, by addition of all these three, tax plus education fees plus higher education fees, 150 plus 75 plus 7,500, it comes 7,725 rupees is the tax payable by Mr. Khan. Question number 8, sub question number 2 of problem set number 6. Let's continue with next. There is one more sum, sub question number 3 of question number 8. Problem set number 6. Page number 107. Sub question number 3. Miss Varsha, age is 26. Miss Varsha's age is equal to 26 years. Now 26 years age means it comes under which category? Below 60 years. Below 60 years age till how long? Till how much? 2.5 lakh no tax. Above 60 years till 80 years 3 lakh, and above 80 years it is till 5 lakh. So her age is 26 years. It comes under below 60 years age category. Okay, and as it is below 60 years age, till which amount there is no income tax? Up to 2.5 lakhs no tax. Okay, what is the taxable income? Taxable income of Miss Varsha, it is given here, 2,30,000 rupees. 2,30,000 rupees. 2,30,000 rupees is the taxable income, and 2,30,000 rupees is less than 2.5 lakh. So as the taxable amount is less than 2.5 lakh and her age is below 60 years age, there will be no tax payable by Miss Varsha. So we need to mention it there as 2,30,000 rupees is less than 2,50,000. Miss Varsha won't be paying any tax, as it is less than taxable amount. Till 2.5 no tax. Her amount comes below 2.5, so there won't be any tax for for Miss Varsha, means it is 0 rupees. So tax payable by her will be rupees 0 or no tax is payable by Miss Varsha. So in this way we completed with lesson number 6, financial planning, which is based on our day-to-day life. This lesson was totally different. Before this I don't think so that you learn about this lesson, but it is practical lesson important for our future. If we are not in the education system, after you will pass out your graduation, post graduation, you will be in the exact society, working for yourself, for your family, for society. Then too we are related to this. So this is the basic part. May the percentage will be different, the slab will be changed, years criteria will change, amount criteria will change, but the basic calculations will be same, which will help you to understand while calculating your own income tax when you will be actually going to pay by your salary or whatever your business, annual income, monthly income, whatever it will be for your family. Today let us continue just basic part, because till we have some time for lesson number next. Lesson number 7 is statistics. Statistics is one special branch of mathematics. See, in future, if you'll study further at graduation level, after 11th and 12th standard, at graduation level, if we have these subjects, mathematics subjects, then statistics also is a separate subject. Here we have statistics as a lesson, a single chapter of mathematics. But as we go higher and higher, deeper and deeper, statistics is a separate subject like a mathematics. Then in statistics also different branches are there, depends on the types. But for your information, stat is a special subject, separate subject as compared to mathematics, like mathematics, but all these basic calculations will come in statistics at graduation and post graduation level, if you will be choosing mathematics or if you will be choosing that side. Okay, so here is the statistics lesson as a basic. Now what is stat? Stat is nothing but the raw material in the form of information will be provided to us. We have to operate on that information and come to some conclusion. So that will be in the form of information in raw material. We have to do some calculations based on the given information and we have to come to some conclusions. That is nothing but the statistics. So different methods are there to come to the conclusion. There are some central tendencies, there are some pictorial representation, there is some diagrammatic representation that we are going to study to come to the conclusion. Out of that, what we are going to learn in this particular lesson, lesson number 7, statistics, subdivided bar diagram, then percentage bar diagram, means we are going to learn about the bar diagrams. Then primary and secondary data. What is primary data, what is secondary data? When the raw material comes to us, means raw information, which is primary information and which is secondary information, which is exactly calculated, which is exactly collected by us, that is primary, and it is based on others information, that is secondary, that we will discuss. Then group and ungroup frequency distribution. If the information is very vast, it will be shown in the form of classes, from 10 rupees to 20 rupees so many people, 20 rupees to 30 rupees so many people. So that will be in the form of group frequency. Ungroup frequency means information of 50 students is given, information of 10 students, height of 5 students is given, height of 20 students is given, height of 10 students is given to us. So that is ungrouped. There are no groups, but information is about 100 students is given in the form of groups. That will be group information, group frequency distribution. Then cumulative frequency distribution. Cumulative frequency distribution is of two types: less than type, more than type. That particular part will come, then we will study about it more. Then mean, median and mode for ungrouped data. For group data we learn in the previous standards. Now here we are going to learn about ungrouped data. Sorry, group will be in the next academic year for 10th standard. Ungroup is for 9th standard. Mean, median and mode, these are the three central tendencies. With the help of these three, we can do the calculations based on given raw information, given data, and then we can come to some conclusion. So these all points we are going to discuss in lesson number 7 for standard 9. Out of that, few are there, like bar diagram. See, if the diagram will be in this form. So this is known as bar. This is simple bar diagram. The bars or the information will be represent in the form of rectangles. Simple bar diagram. If the bar diagrams are in this way, okay, so it is known as joint bar diagram. Joint bar diagram. If it is in this form, it is subdivided bar diagram. If it is converted into percentage, suppose this is 100%, then it is percentage bar diagram. Okay, so in this way, first is joint bar diagram, then subdivided bar diagram, percentage bar diagram. These three types of bar diagrams are part of your syllabus for this academic year. So we will stop it here for today. In the coming video, we will continue with 7.1, which is depends on the basic information and then based on bar diagram. So be ready for statistics lesson number 7 in the coming video. Have a nice day. Thank you.